The Tennessee Titans fired head coach Brian Callahan on Monday afternoon, marking the first head coach firing of the 2025 season. Callahan, the former Bengals offensive coordinator, ended his Titans tenure with a 4-19 record. While Tennessee will wait until after the regular season to name a new coach, rumors are already swirling that the search could focus on a familiar face. Ian Rappaport of NFL Network named a handful of potential names that could pick up steam after the season, and Steelers offensive coordinator Arthur Smith was one of those names. This is not a surprising report by any means. Rappaport makes the obvious connection between Tennessee and the veteran coordinator, as Smith began his coaching career with the Titans. Smith was hired as the defensive quality control coach in 2011 and worked all the way up to eventually becoming the offensive coordinator in 2019. In his 2 seasons as the offensive coordinator in Tennessee, the Titans finished as a top 10 scoring offense in both years. Smith's first head coaching tenure with the Atlanta Falcons was an odd one. Atlanta finished with identical 7-10 overall records in each of Smith's 3 seasons. However, with the Steelers' offense looking as good as it has in recent memory, with Smith calling the shots and the previous success in Tennessee, the Titans could very well come calling on the Steelers' offensive coordinator. Should the Steelers continue to win and put up solid offensive numbers, we could see Smith draw major interest from Tennessee and other potential vacancies. Do you think Arthur Smith will get another chance to be a head coach after the season? Steelers brace for Bengals clash without key defensive back. The Pittsburgh Steelers are facing the prospect of entering their crucial matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals without one of their starting defensive backs. Injury concerns loom. As the Steelers prepare for this pivotal game, concerns about the health of their secondary have surfaced. Reports indicate that the team may be without the services of a key player, which could significantly impact their defensive strategy. With the Bengals known for their potent offense, the absence of a starting defensive back could alter the dynamics of the game. Defensive depth tested. The Steelers' coaching staff will need to adjust their game plan accordingly. The defensive unit has been solid this season, but losing a starter presents a challenge. The team has depth in the secondary, but it remains to be seen how effectively they can fill the void left by an injured player. Bengals' offensive threats. Cincinnati's offense, led by their dynamic quarterback, poses a formidable challenge. The Bengals have shown they can exploit defensive weaknesses, making it even more crucial for Pittsburgh to field a complete and cohesive unit. If the Steelers are shorthanded, it may open the door for big plays from Cincinnati's skilled receivers. Looking ahead, as game day approaches, the Steelers will be monitoring the situation closely. The coaching staff will be preparing contingency plans to ensure their defense remains competitive against a high-powered Bengals offense. The stakes are high, and the outcome could hinge on how well the team adapts to this unexpected hurdle. Dillon Gabriel lightens the mood after Steelers' defeat. In the wake of a tough loss against the Pittsburgh Steelers, Cleveland Browns starting quarterback Dillon Gabriel showcased his sense of humor during a recent press conference. Despite the sting of the defeat, Gabriel found a way to laugh at his own situation, particularly after enduring a barrage of hits throughout the game. The Browns faced a challenging matchup, and the physical toll was evident on Gabriel, who was frequently pressured by the Steelers' defense. Yet, rather than allowing the disappointment to overshadow his spirits, the young quarterback opted to approach the media with a lighthearted attitude. Gabriel's ability to inject humor into a serious moment speaks volumes about his character and resilience. It's a reminder that, even in defeat, camaraderie and laughter can be found in the locker room and beyond. His comedic take on the game highlighted not just his personality, but also served as a rallying point for the team as they look to bounce back in their next outing. As the Browns regroup for the upcoming games, Gabriel's jovial demeanor may prove crucial in maintaining team morale, fostering an environment where players can support one another through adversity. It's no secret that the Pittsburgh Steelers have been searching for a true number 2 wide receiver to complement the club's unquestioned alpha, DK Metcalf. This endeavor dates back to the offseason, albeit to no avail. However, recent intel from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler suggests a prime opportunity may have finally arisen in the form of the Las Vegas Raiders' Jakobi Meyers. Meyers requested a trade back in August after contract extension talks stalled, though the Raiders quickly shot him down. He's been a trooper since, continuing to show up to work with a positive mindset until something gives, which Fowler suggests could happen soon. Citing Meyers' documented desire for a change of scenery, Fowler thinks the veteran wideout may finally get his wish. Knowing this, it's hard not to think of the Steelers as an ideal suitor. Obvious Steelers target emerges after NFL Insider names Raiders' WR Jakobi Meyers as potential trade candidate. Teams I've spoken to believe the Raiders are open to trading wide receiver Jakobi Meyers, but are not actively trying to move him, Fowler wrote. The sense is the Raiders would prefer to play out the season before making major determinations about the roster. But Meyers requested a trade in the preseason, so a potential deal feels at least on the table. Given what's transpired between Meyers asking out of Las Vegas and now, it makes sense for the Raiders to send the seventh-year pro elsewhere. They're 2-2-4 with little hope of salvaging what's shaping up to be a disappointing and lost campaign. His expiring salary does nothing for them in the long run. Why not try to recoup some value for him? Moreover, the Raiders have an intriguing trio of pass catchers in 2023 third-round selection Trey Tucker and rookies Jack Beck and Donnie Thornton. Ensuring the young guys get meaningful playing time should be a point of emphasis for Las Vegas moving forward in 2025. Meyers is the biggest roadblock to making that vision a reality, soaking up a 93% offensive snap share rate. Enter the 4-1 Steelers, eyeing their first AFC North title since 2020 with hopes of snapping a 4-game wild card losing streak in the playoffs. Meyers fits right in with an experienced black and gold squad focused on the present, and there's a clear role for him to step into. He'd give 41-year-old quarterback Aaron Rodgers another much-needed weapon to work with. Since 2021, Meyers has recorded at least 67 receptions and 804 receiving yards annually. His combination of consistency and productivity would be a welcome addition for the Steelers' group of unproven playmakers behind Metcalf. Moreover, the former's ability to thrive in the short to intermediate areas pairs well with the latter's field-stretching prowess.